What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of St Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we feature the 10 most taboo foods eaten in St Vincent and the Grenadines. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you wish to see more videos like these. If you think the taboo foods that I'm talking about are not correct, please drop a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think. Coming in at number 10, we have the urchin, what we call the sieg in the Caribbean. This type of animal can be located on the seafloor. It has an egg-like shape that is so-clothed with spines. The sieg is normally sold locally at $15 to $20 a pound. Tourists come to the Caribbean and pay $250 a plate for this delicacy. Once when I was a boy, I went to dive sieg in the Grenadine island of Union Island. And when I went down, I couldn't stand the depth. Hence the reason why the sieg is so expensive. Because the divers have to dive very deep for it. Plus use a spoon, a silver spoon that you eat with, and take it out of the shell. It is very hard work to deal with. Coming in at number 9, we have the iguana, what the locals call guana. The iguana is family to the lizard. Most of the iguanas in St. Vincent and the Grenadines live far up in the mountain. Because of the demand for this local delicacy, the government had to put a seasonal ban on iguanas, so the locals cannot catch them outside of the season. The iguana is mostly cooked in a soup-like format. It is very tasty. You cook it with some dumplings and some provision, and it will have you licking your 10 fingers. At number 8, we have the opossum, what the locals call the manikou. There is also a high demand for the manikou, so the government also put a ban on that. The manikou is hunted at nights. Men normally put on water boots, long sleeve shirts and pants and go hunting with sharp spikes. The most common opossum dish is the manikou pilau. Just like how you have the brown rice and chicken, that's the way the locals prepare the manikou. Coming in at number 7, we have the river mullet. The mullet is a type of fish that lives in the river. Some say it is the sweetest fish in the world. Fishermen normally catch them with nylons and hooks at the end with bread for bait and worms. The mullet is considered taboo because they feed off of anything, even human waste. It is said once fried dry and done properly, it tastes like KFC fried chicken. Coming in at number 6, we have the chichi. It is the smallest species of fish known around the world. The chichi cannot be caught with a line and a hook or a fishing wheel, nor can it be caught with a normal size net because the chichi is too small. So they have special nets that they call saran in the Caribbean that are used to cover plants, just like the ones you see on the greenhouses. That's the ones they use in the rivers. They set them down and cover them with stones and coconut branch, and the chichi go into the head of these sarans and they are caught. Because the chichi is so hard to catch, they are not sold by the pound. They are sold in some glasses. You know the small glasses the rum men use at the shops? Those are the ones they use and they call it a measure. So they are sold at $5 per measure. You can also buy the chichi by the bucket, for example, $300 to $400 to $500 a bucket, according to the size of the bucket. These fishes are fried with flour and Scotch bonnet pepper in coconut oil and taste like a miracle. The chichi is considered taboo because no one knows where the chichi comes from. All we know, it comes up in times like December, March, June, all those times. Since I was small, me and my grandmother and other family members used to catch a lot of chichi. We were known as the best chichi sellers around town. To all my regional and international subscribers, if you have seen the chichi in your country, please tell me in the comment section. Let us know about this delicacy. Coming in at number 5, we have the conch. I never knew about the conch until I started to walk in the Grenadines, and that's when I was an adult. My cousins used to go on the beach, pick them up, and carry them home and roast them. Many times they asked me if I wanted, but I said no because I was not familiar with the conch. I grew up close to the beach, but that beach was very rough, and I never saw conch there in my life. From my observation over the years, the conch seems to like calm waters, deep waters, and reefs. I don't believe that most Vincentians ever ate the conch, so for many it will be considered taboo. Most people like their conch in a broth, stewed, taste very good. In the hotels, it is sold for 120 EC per plate. Coming in at number 4, we have the Baracuda. Since I was small, it had been rumored that the Baracuda was responsible for eating fishermen. So most locals stayed away from the Baracuda, making it taboo. It is said that there are some species, once they get to a certain size, they pick up a toxin that can poison a human. I've ate the big ones before and they've never done anything to me. The Baracuda is very tasty once fried dry and stewed. Coming in at number 3, we have the agouti. If you live in St Vincent and you have seen or have eaten an agouti, consider yourself very lucky because most people in this lifetime have never seen an agouti. The hunters have to go way up in the mountain with massive dogs to sniff out the agouti. Most people are afraid to eat it because it is considered a family member of the rat. It is said that the best way to eat the agouti is to curry the agouti down with some nice white rice and it will have you saying, "Mwah." Coming in at number 2, we have the whale. What we call in St. Vincent the blackfish. Mostly caught in the fishing village of Baracuda. These fishes are caught, skinned, drained, and used for their oil and meat. The blackfish is considered taboo because most people have never eaten it, me myself either. The blackfish can be fried and served with breadfruit. Breadfruit is a thing that we call poor people food. You can also drink the oil. Most tourists come down for the oil and what they call the crips. The crips is something, like when you fry plantain and you make the chips. But I think they put them to dry and they make something they call the crips. I've got to throw in a bonus. So today's bonus is the cat. Meow. You know what they call the cat? Meow. A friend of mine in the village of Connery told me when they were boys, they stewed up a cat, but it tasted tainted, and that is one of the most taboo things in a lifetime. Coming in at number 1, we have the codfish, what most locals call saltfish. Because this fish is so salt, they have to call it the saltfish. The reason why this fish made it to number 1 on the list and it is considered the most taboo out of all, it is because we live in a population of about 108,000 people, and out of that 108,000 people, 100,000 have not seen the fish's head before in their lives. It is the ugliest and the sweetest fish in the world. I myself don't even know where the fish comes from, what country or continent the fish is exported from. All we know, it is the best tasting fish in the world once prepared and preserved properly. What you do, you boil it or soak it to take out the salt. After, you can cook it with rice. You can fry it up with some vegetables, some cucumber and some sweet pepper, and you can serve it with our most prestigious food, the banana. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you wish to see more videos like these. Your big ups to all of my support. I thank you 100% for the support. And might I remind you, proceeds from this page will help out school children to get bags, to get short. That's the purpose of this page, I told you, to rehabilitate.